All right, so today we're heading to the beautiful island of Phuket. Picture this: turquoise waters, lush landscapes, and maybe even your own villa. We're diving deep into the Phuket real estate market in 2024.
Yeah, looking at whether it's still a smart investment.
Exactly. So we've got all these reports, from industry experts and analysts, and
Mm.
we're going to break it all down for you, cut through the noise and all that.
Absolutely, separating the hype from reality.
Yeah. So first things first, why is Phuket such a real estate hotspot? I mean, what's the big deal?
Well, Phuket's real estate and its tourism industry, they're really closely connected. It's been a favorite destination, for travelers from all over.
Right, right. Those beautiful beaches. I get it.
Exactly. The beaches, the culture, the relatively affordable cost of living.
So more tourists means more demand for vacation homes and rentals.
Exactly, that's it. And that demand leads to higher occupancy rates, which in turn drives up property values. So it becomes a really attractive market for investors.
Oh, I see, I see. And then on top of that, we've got this post-pandemic travel boom.
Right, the resurgence is fueling the market even more.
Mm-hmm. But more tourism also brings up those concerns about sustainability and overcrowding, right? I mean, how is that impacting the market?
You're absolutely right. Those are important considerations. Buyers are more and more conscious of the environmental impact.
Yeah, makes sense.
There's this growing demand for eco-friendly properties and sustainable building practices.
Oh, interesting.
So developers are responding. They're starting to incorporate green technologies, things like solar panels and rainwater harvesting systems. It's a win-win for the environment and investors.
That's really cool, adapting to the changing demands. Okay, let's talk about types of properties. We always hear about condos in Phuket.
Right.
Why are they so popular?
Well, they offer this nice blend of modern amenities. They're often in convenient locations, and the price point is often more accessible than villas.
Oh, okay.
So they're popular among people looking for vacation homes or rental properties.
So if someone wants a rental property, condos are a good bet.
They can be, yeah. But you have to think about location. Prices in the popular tourist areas, like Patong, are way higher than in more residential areas like Phuket Town.
Oh, that makes sense.
For example, you could find a condo in Patong for about 130,000 THB per square meter, while a similar condo in Phuket Town could be half that price.
Wow, that's a huge difference. And for those of us who don't really know Thai real estate, how does that compare to, say, a big European city?
It's generally much lower. Just to give you an idea, 130,000 THB is roughly 3,500 euros. You'd be hard-pressed to find a comparable condo in a major European city for that price.
Okay, so Phuket is more affordable if you want to invest in a vacation property or a rental. But what about people who want a more luxurious lifestyle? Like, what about villas? What's happening with those?
We've seen a surge in demand for luxury villas, especially those with lots of space, private pools, and amazing views. The pandemic actually accelerated this trend, with more people wanting to kind of permanently escape to paradise.
Trading in the city life for that tropical dream. Are there any new trends in that segment?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
One really interesting development is co-living spaces within luxury villa development.
Co-living. Like, what's that?
It's basically private rooms within a larger villa. You get a sense of community and shared amenities, but you still have some privacy.
Oh, okay, interesting. Who's drawn to that kind of setup?
It's really appealing to young professionals and digital nomads.
Oh, right. They're all about that lifestyle.
Yeah, they get to enjoy that luxury villa setting, but without the high cost of owning or renting the whole villa. Plus, that built-in community aspect is great for people who are new and want to connect.
It's kind of like luxury living with a social twist. Why are we seeing this shift towards co-living, not just in Phuket, but globally?
Well, a few reasons. The rising cost of housing in cities is definitely a factor. But it goes beyond just affordability. There's this growing desire for connection and community, especially among younger generations. Co-living provides that sense of belonging that's often missing in traditional rentals. Plus, the flexible leases and move-in ready setup are great for people who like to move around or just want a low-maintenance lifestyle.
That makes sense. It reflects how we live and work now. Okay, I know everyone wants to know about prices. What's the market looking like right now?
Phuket's prices are definitely going up, but they're still competitive compared to other popular places in Asia. They're increasing, but they're still attractive when you compare them to places like Bali or Hong Kong.
So it's still a good time to invest.
It could be, yeah. But we have to keep in mind a few things. Rising construction costs are pushing prices up, We've seen a year-on-year increase of over 6% in construction costs, which
Mm.
of course impacts property prices.
So those costs are being passed on to the buyer.
Exactly. It's something potential investors need to think about. Another thing to consider is the type of investment. Resale properties are really dominating the market now. They're making up a bigger percentage of transactions than off-plan investments.
For those who don't know real estate terms, what's an off-plan investment?
It means buying a property before it's built, usually at a lower price. You're basically buying a promise based on plans and what they project it will be. Resale means properties that are already built and being sold by the current owner.
Got it. So why are people suddenly more into resale properties?
It seems like buyers want more certainty in these kind of uncertain economic times. With resale, you see exactly what you're getting. No waiting for construction, no surprises in terms of layout or quality. It's a real, tangible asset, which gives many buyers a sense of security.
It's like a bird in the hand, yeah. Does this shift to resale affect prices?
It can. The high demand for resale properties is pushing up prices in some segments of the market. But it's also creating opportunities for people who want to sell, especially if they invested well and have held onto the property for a while.
So it's a good time to sell in Phuket.
It can be, especially if you have a desirable property in a good location. But the real estate market goes in cycles. What's hot today might not be tomorrow.
Ugh.
You have to make decisions based on solid research and a long-term view.
This is all really insightful. We've covered a lot in this first part, the impact of tourism, the rise of co-living, resale versus off-plan, but there's so much more to discuss.
Absolutely, there's a lot more.
When we come back, we'll delve into the rental market and, all those forces shaping Phuket's real estate scene, and we'll even uncover some of those hidden gems waiting to be discovered.
That's right.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right, so welcome back to our deep dive into Phuket real estate. We're picking up where we left off, exploring what's changing in this exciting market.
Exactly. We're going to uncover some fascinating trends that are reshaping the Phuket landscape.
Okay, so in the last part, we were talking about eco-friendly properties. Is this just a fad, or is sustainability really becoming important in Phuket?
Oh, it's definitely more than a fad. Sustainability is becoming a core value, both for developers and for buyers.
So it's not just a trend, it's like a real change.
It's a real shift. It's not just about checking boxes. There's a genuine commitment to being environmentally responsible.
Okay, so what does that actually look like? I mean, what kind of eco-friendly features are we talking about?
Developers are doing all sorts of things. Solar panels are becoming really common. That helps reduce the need for fossil fuels.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Rainwater harvesting systems are being used to save water, and there's big emphasis on using local, sustainable materials for construction.
So some concrete steps being taken, literally. But what's really driving this? Is it just environmental concern, or is there more to it?
Well, environmental awareness is a huge factor, but there are financial benefits too. When you build and own a sustainable property, you use less energy and water.
Right, so you save money.
Exactly, lower costs for homeowners. Plus, in a competitive market like this, being eco-friendly is a big selling point. It attracts buyers who care about the environment and can even increase the property value.
So it's a win-win for everyone, the planet, and your wallet. Now, another trend we see everywhere is remote work, the digital nomad lifestyle. Is Phuket seeing more expats who want to work from paradise?
Absolutely, it's definitely happening. Phuket has always attracted expats, but now we're seeing a shift from temporary visits to more people settling down permanently.
It's like the dream of working from the beach is becoming a reality.
Exactly. The relaxed lifestyle, the affordable cost of living, the amazing natural beauty, it's all really appealing to people who can work remotely.
I can see why. But how is this affecting the real estate market?
Well, it's definitely contributing to the demand for properties, especially in areas with good internet and where there's already an expat community. We're seeing a rise in demand for both rentals and properties for purchase.
So more fuel to the fire of an already hot market.
Yeah, you could say that. And it's not just condos or smaller places. We're seeing expats investing in luxury villas and even buying land to build their own dream homes.
Speaking of land and detached houses, is that still a good investment in Phuket?
Yeah, the market for land and detached houses is doing really well. Local and international buyers want those larger, more private spaces. And the returns on these properties can be really good, especially if they're in prime locations or near upcoming infrastructure projects.
So even in paradise, location is still key.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Being close to beaches, tourist spots, and all the amenities will always be important. But we are seeing some Less well-known areas becoming more popular. Those are attracting people who want a quieter, more secluded lifestyle.
Sounds peaceful. So, for someone who doesn't need to be right in the middle of all the tourist action, where would you recommend looking?
The southern part of Phuket, especially around Rawai and Nai Harn, has a more relaxed vibe. Beautiful beaches, great local restaurants, and it's more tranquil than the busy tourist areas.
Sounds like a nice balance. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about rentals. In the first part, we mentioned the high demand and rising prices. Is that still going on?
The rental market is still active, but we are seeing signs of things stabilizing. The crazy demand after the pandemic is starting to level off, and new properties are being built, which helps with the limited supply.
So, will rental prices go down anytime soon?
A big drop is unlikely, but we might see a slower rate of increase. And keep in mind that luxury villa rentals are still booming. People who want those high-end properties with private pools and all the bells and whistles are still willing to pay top dollar.
So, the rental market is adjusting, but some areas are still super competitive. Let's take a broader view now. How are global and local economic things affecting Phuket's real estate?
Global factors, like rising interest rates and changes in currency exchange rates, can have a big impact on investments.
Mm-hmm.
When global interest rates go up, it can make investing in other things more attractive, so less money might go into real estate. And obviously, exchange rates play a big role in how much foreign investors can buy.
So, there's this interplay between Phuket's appeal and what's happening in the world economy.
Right. And locally, tourism is the backbone of Phuket's economy. Any slowdown in tourism will affect the real estate market.
So, things like a pandemic or a global recession could potentially impact demand in Phuket?
They could, yeah. But Phuket has bounced back from challenges before. The island is beautiful, there's so much to do, and the government supports tourism. All of that makes it attractive in the long term.
So, there are risks, but also strengths that make Phuket a good place to invest. Before we finish this part, I'm curious about the government's role. Are there any policies or programs that are affecting the real estate market?
Yeah, the government is putting a lot of effort into developing Phuket's infrastructure. They're improving transportation, upgrading utilities, and making the island a better place to live overall.
So, it's not just about attracting tourists, it's about improving things for the people who live there.
Exactly. Better infrastructure helps everyone. Residents, businesses, and tourists. It makes Phuket more appealing, boosts the economy, and ultimately benefits the real estate market.
This is really fascinating stuff. We've uncovered some amazing trends and explored the forces that shape Phuket's real estate. From sustainability to the influx of expats and the government's role in the future, it's clear that this is a dynamic and ever-changing market.
It is, definitely. And in the final part of our deep dive, we'll look at some success stories, explore those hidden gem areas we talked about, and offer some practical advice for anyone thinking about investing in Phuket. So stay with us.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've talked about all these popular areas in Phuket, like Pantong and Layan Beach, but are there any, hidden gems? Places that maybe haven't been discovered yet?
Oh, definitely. There are some lesser-known spots that have a lot of potential. I'd say keep an eye on the south of Phuket, around Rawai and Nai Harn.
What makes those areas so special?
They have a more relaxed, authentic Thai feel. Think about beautiful beaches, charming local restaurants, and a sense of peacefulness that you don't really find in the busy tourist spots.
It sounds perfect for someone who wants to experience the real Phuket, without the crowds. What about the real estate market there?
Property prices are generally lower compared to the more developed areas, so it's a good opportunity for people looking for a deal. Plus, as those areas become more popular, there's a good chance that property values will go up.
So it's like getting in early, before everyone else. I always love hearing about people who have found success in real estate. Any inspiring stories from Phuket?
Oh yeah, I've seen how smart real estate investments can really change people's lives. For example, I know this couple who bought a condo in Patong a few years ago. They rented it out, made some passive income, and then used that money to buy a beautiful villa near Layan Beach.
That's awesome. It shows that with some planning and patience, you can achieve your dreams in Phuket.
Exactly. And their story isn't unusual. Lots of people have found financial success and a great lifestyle through real estate in Phuket.
Those stories are really inspiring. They show what's possible. As we wrap up our deep dive, what advice would you give to our listeners who are thinking about investing in Phuket real estate?
Well, the most important thing is to do your research. Learn about the different areas, understand the market trends, and be really clear about your goals. What are you looking for? A vacation home, a rental property, or a place to live permanently?
So know what you want before you start.
Right. Once you know that, it's crucial to find the right people to help you. Find a good real estate agent who specializes in Phuket. They can guide you through the process, give you valuable advice, and help you find properties that match what you're looking for.
Like having an expert on your side.
Yes, exactly. And don't forget about the legal and financial side of things. Get a lawyer to look over contracts and make sure everything is okay. Talk to a financial advisor about the money part of it and explore different financing options.
So build a team of experts to support you.
Exactly. And finally, be patient. Finding the right property in Phuket might take some time. Don't rush into anything. Take your time, look at your options, and trust that the right opportunity will come along.
Good things come to those who wait. Right. This has been an amazing journey exploring Phuket real estate. We've learned about trends, analyzed opportunities, and heard from experts and people who are already part of this market.
And as we finish up, I'm feeling really positive about the future of Phuket real estate. It's a market that keeps changing, full of possibilities for anyone who wants a piece of paradise.
So to our listeners who are thinking about making a move, we say, do your research, find good advisors, and embrace the adventure Phuket is waiting.
And remember, investing in Phuket isn't just about buying property. It's about a lifestyle, creating memories, and building a future in one of the most beautiful places in the world.
That's it for our deep dive into Phuket real estate. We hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, happy investing.